decided I'm going to make a run down to the U-Pull yard today to see what they got going on down there, because there's some things that I may be interested in grabbing from there, just things that I'm looking at and stuff down there at their yard. So here we go down to the U-Pull yard for a trip today. So this Chevy Colorado has the rear end drum brakes, it's on leaf springs, rear drive shaft, transfer case, front drive shaft, front differential, and it still even has the hubs. The calipers are gone, but the hubs and the discs are still on it. And that's a 4L60 transmission. So this Colorado is actually, the 2005 Colorado, actually my most interesting find so far, because I'm thinking with this differential right up here, it's still got the axles, it's still got everything in here. So my thought was, what if I took this whole drivetrain, you know, front differential hubs, 4L60 transfer case, drive shafts, rear end. What if I took all that right there? Because I have all I got to do is get a bell housing for a 4L60 and a V8, and I put this drivetrain underneath it, and I made that thing an all-wheel drive Camaro. Wouldn't that be awesome? An LS twin, you know, like a twin turbo or single turbo LS swap with four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. So I could go two-wheel drive in the rear end if I wanted to, but I could engage and then make it an all-wheel drive if I wanted, because then I'd have the front wheels driving. Okay, so just as an example of the Isuzu pickup truck being the same as a Chevy Colorado, if you know anything about RPO codes, you know what your engine RPO codes are that are important, like LM7, LY9, you know, that sort of thing. And you also know the M30 as far as a transmission code. So here's the glove box from the Isuzu truck camper load information. So you know it's an Isuzu pickup, right? And it says truck. And then you look over on this side, service parts identification. So you look at these RPO codes, right? This is a LK5, and then it is an M30 transmission. So this one has a 4L60E transmission in it. So that's the glove box RPO codes, just like your Chevy trucks. 75 VW van. This thing really, the factory drains and the drip rail kind of rusted, mostly surface rust. This thing's in excellent shape. If you know anything about VWs and VW vans, man, the floor pan isn't all rusted out. The transaxle and the engine's gone. That's not a huge deal. Axles and everything are still in it. Actually looks like somebody recently pulled the transaxle engine whatever out of it. But it's not all rusted in the corners where the battery goes. And this thing, the wheel wells aren't, it's got a ding there. The wheel well's not all rusted. It looks like it was originally red. The dang. I mean, it's not rusted that much at all. The windows are still in it. Somebody took a bumper. Windshield's cracked, no big deal. I mean, but look, somebody even put a disc brake conversion on the front of this thing. You know? Like this thing is in excellent shape for what it is. 1975 VW van. Man. This thing has an AC unit that's in it. You know, but the floor's solid. It's dirty. It looks like it was sitting in somebody's field. It's got all this moth puke and shit in it. But all the glass is in it. It's in excellent shape. I don't even know who. Ooh, whoops. Window has an issue. But I don't even know. See, it's got some surface rust. They can all be cleaned up. Looks like it's in excellent freaking shape for what it is. 75 VW van. Look at that. VIN number. VIN number. It's not even horribly rusted or nothing. Like, oh my gosh. Who would send a perfectly good VW van like that? I'll bet you that's worth $3,500, $4 grand just the way it sits right now. That's crazy. Alright, so it started raining. I was like, I'm getting the hell out of there. So much for the trip to the U-Pull. So there's a couple of interesting things. Would be nice to grab that whole drivetrain out of that Chevy Colorado, because it would be really awesome to build an all-wheel drive Camaro. But I don't know if it would be better to run a setup like that from the Colorado, or if it would be better to try and rig in some kind of other all-wheel drive differential type deal from another vehicle. But seeing as that truck has 6-bolt hubs on it, I'm thinking it's probably decently strong. So I don't know, and the way that whole front axle bolts up, it's designed to bolt up on the frame rail, so it might not be that bad to try and fabricate something up on the Camaro for that. And I guess even if it wasn't exactly in the center of the hub, you know, because you've got the half shafts, it would probably work. So it'd be interesting to do that. It'd be really, really freaking interesting to do that. But I guess really I could use the 8.8 that I've already built that I put under that other Camaro. I could use that in the one I'm building right now with the big block, and I could take that 10-bolt rear end, because I need to buy another rear end anyways. I could take that, buy the front differential with the hubs and everything, the rear differential, the axle setup. You know, I could buy the whole dang thing, I think, for a decent price, but that is quite a bit of money if, you know, when I'm unemployed. So we'll see, I guess. Anyways, it's raining. Looks like people are breaking down in front of me here. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I think I'm gonna go to the hangar, put in some work, maybe stop at a fast food joint on my way home. But anyways, talk to you later.